On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. And his first look is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look. Like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Able to find Shaheen here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Complete to Adam Shaheen.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And the Dolphin first down.
Tua now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Throwing now is Locke. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and...
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the gun, it's Locke. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Locke now on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
Don't get nervous. Check nickel. Flat 64, weak.
On first down, Locke. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Taken in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The 19-yard line.
Tua going to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
First down, Miami.
On play action, here's Tua. This is caught by Williams. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. throwing again. Lock. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They do go for it. It's Lock. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Cortland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Cortland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
2nd and 11 now.
Come on.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Lock working out of the gun. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
10 at their own 24-yard.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. When I see Mike Gesicki make a catch, I'm reminded of his athletic ability and go back to the time we were leading up to the draft and showing his career highlights, including high school volleyball, where it appeared he was almost jumping over the net. I expect him to continue to grow in 2020, start to make progress in 2019. 5 touchdown catches and 570 total yards.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Taken down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Made at the 38-yard
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll run with a former Bear and Eagle. It's Jordan Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First down, Miami.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was brought
working with his 2nd and 4.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jordan Howard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Shotgun snap to Lock. That is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Charlie. Go, go.
Operating from the gun. Lock. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. General. West. Delta. Switch.
Again, it's Lock. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And McManus able to put it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game and you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and score. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
At the Dolphins' 19-yard line.
From the gun, Lock. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Keeper Kyle Van Noy on the tackle. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now to the air, Lock. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and
that was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Clock now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Block. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Locke looks to throw it again. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah,
and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that will tie things at 17-all. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going right back to Akers. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier. Xavier Howard on the tackle.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards there. 1st down, Denver. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Play action. Now it's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Judy there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. On the give, this is Akers. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's the 3rd-year running back, Phillip Lindsay. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his tight end, Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Made by Kareem Jackson.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Adam Shaheen.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
13 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The stop made by Jarrell Casey. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The Dolphins on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now a give to Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. 24-24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, Plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Just like that. Just like that.
A quick throw outside by Locke. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Jim. Bravo. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm down. You better be afraid of me. Go. You better be afraid of me. Ready, go.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He completes this to Sutton. But not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Locke again. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
On play action, Locke. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. K.J. Hamler. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Dolphins 24.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
On play action, here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
That'll be complete to Breida. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On the handoff, it's Akers. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from long, very long range. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded in the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best, we know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
By the Dolphins.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Gain of 6 yards.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute. They win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Miami, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.